Welcome back, everybody. Another episode of Coffee with the Commish. Jones is going to join again here in a second. Looking at the dunk contest in this spot. If you guys are interested, we do have a video out on the skills challenge and the 3-point contest as well on the channel. If you want the written analysis for any of these events, I put it in the description below for each of the respective videos. But not going to waste any time. We're gonna bring Jones in here, and then we're just gonna get right to it. Jones, seen a lot of you today, bro. Appreciate you sticking with us and getting some content out for the people before we go enjoy our Saturday.
Thank you for having me, man. It feels good to be a part of this and help people, man, that may want to get some action in. Just give them some insight and give them our knowledge and our train of thought behind how to potentially make some money. Like we always say, you don't got to put the hammer down on events like this, but definitely fun money.
Yeah, I mean, if you see anybody recommending that you put 5 units on any all-star event, that's suspicious. That is so suspicious.
I seen some dude put $300 on Team Power yesterday. Luckily they won, but I'm just like,
maybe they watched the video. Maybe that's why they put the money.
Yeah, I was like, wow, good for them.
Yeah, I think like the important thing, like Jones just mentioned, guys, is all-star events. There's an opportunity to make money. We, the last year, I know we just got on YouTube a couple of weeks ago, but in the last year we've had, perfect home run derby bracket. We had the perfect rising stars bracket yesterday. We had both finalists. Both Jones and I had both finalists yesterday. So there's money to be made. It's just these are high variance events, and what we mean by that is like there's a lot of different ways these things could go, and you don't want to have your entire bankroll on something, because even if you watch the film, even if you have a little bit sharper of an edge than the public and you're doing a little bit better than just taking a random guess, it's still a very volatile event, and there are guys who take this stuff way more serious than other guys, and that stuff like that is just impossible to know ahead of time. So again, we're here sharing some information, sharing our thought process. Hopefully we'll be able to hit on a few of these tonight and have a fun Saturday. But again, don't bet the house. Jones, let's dive into it, though. We have 4 contestants in the dunk contest. The dunk contest has been dead for probably a decade now, ever since we had the Zach LaVine and the Aaron Gordon situation happen. I mean, so we have Mac McClung straight out of the G League. He just recently got signed by the 76ers. Kenyon Martin Jr., Jericho Sims, and Trey Murphy III. Who do we like in this event? Who do you like? Give us your thoughts. Let us know.
So, I mean, like you said, it's kind of been dead, this event. But I think there's one guy that's going to make it very exciting, because that's what he does. He entertains the people. And I've said it before, I fade the public, but this is just one of those things where it's like I couldn't look the other way. I've been watching this guy for years. I got to roll with Mac McClung, man. This guy is, I mean, he's had documentaries on YouTube, and pretty much like showing you like a day in his life. He's a genuine person, man. He perfects his craft. He loves the game, just like one of those guys that just loves the game. He loves to entertain the fans. When you see a guy in high school, junior, sophomore, fast break through the legs, doing off the backboard, just crazy stuff. Like, there was Zion Williamson and there was Mac McClung. I mean, in my opinion, there was a point in time that Mac McClung was a bigger name. But Zion just came out like out of nowhere, you know what I mean? But Mac McClung was like one of those guys where it's just like everybody knew who he was, and you were getting, if you went to his game, it was sold out every time, because he was going to put on a show. He was putting somebody on a poster. He was doing some crazy dunk.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that, man, because I did not know who Mac McClung was before this weekend, and I was talking to Jones, and we were looking at the odds, and he told me about this guy Mac McClung, and I looked into the odds, and it was plus 410 or plus 420, something like that when he opened.
So mad.
And I just said, I hadn't got around to doing the research, and then Jones was like, no, you got to look into this guy. He's a big name, and went back and looked at his Instagram back from like multiple years ago.
Yeah,
and it's effortless. It looks pretty. We saw him in the Rising Stars contest last night, try to get fancy. And honestly, I think if that dunk goes down, Jones, he's probably minus 250 right now.
Oh yeah, and it's not like he just like, I mean, he got hung, but it was like it was right.
He just missed it. He just missed it.
If that would have went in, like I was watching the game and like I I had my phone in my hand and I dropped my phone. It was like, like it was.
I couldn't believe he even tried that, dude. That was crazy.
Yeah, it was like out of nowhere. It was like just real quick. You know what I mean? You're just like, oh boy. Like, anytime you see him with the ball in a fast break, you're just like, the world stops. You know what I mean? All your attention's on what this guy's about to do. And I mean, just seeing some of his. I mean, you see him go. I watch TikTok sometimes, and I'm obviously on TikTok now making videos for NBA content, and in the future more content. But I've always said this guy ever enters a dunk contest, there's just no way that anybody's going to beat him. So I got to roll with Mac McClung, man. I've seen some of the craziest dunks I've ever seen.
I'm rolling with you, dude. I mean,
fan favorite, man. Everybody loves that guy.
Yeah, people are going to be rooting for him. It's a good opportunity for the NBA as well to showcase the talent coming out of the G League, to show that that's not a joke. And he got signed with the 76ers. He shot the ball reasonably well last night in the tournament as well. So I think he's an easy guy. Yeah, so like easy guy to root for. I like him a lot. I just kept watching that line go down shorter and shorter and shorter. I finally jumped on the party last night at plus 125, which I sent to our Discord. But right now he's plus 115 on DK. He's minus 105 on FanDuel. I wouldn't be surprised to see that be like minus 150, minus 175 by the time this event starts later. Jones, do you have any thoughts on these other guys in the event? Kenyon Martin Jr. plus 340, Jericho Sims plus 410, Trey Murphy III plus 430 are the best lines available. And guys, if you are betting any of these three guys, definitely do it at FanDuel. Much worse odds at DraftKings. If you're shopping, get the best price, right? Right. There's no reason to take Trey Murphy at plus 330 if you can get him at plus 430. But do you have any thoughts on these guys? Anyone that you think could dethrone McClung potentially?
That would have to be Kenyon Martin Jr. I think it's going to come down to those two guys. Jericho Sims, I mean, he's a tall guy, but I just don't think this event really suits him well with some of the stuff that some of these other guys can do.
Yeah. Trey Murphy. I was going to say Sims. He has 60 dunks this year. 21 of them have either been stationary dunks, so you think of a big man catching the ball underneath the basket, putting it in, or they've been putback attempts, which are not dunk contest dunks. So about a third of his in-game dunks this year have not been uber athletic. They have not been highlight reels. I agree. Sorry, go ahead.
You're going to say a big guy. He's a big guy. He obviously is bouncy, but when you're talking like you're that big of a guy, it's, in my opinion, I think it's hard to do more like acrobatic stuff where you could take the ball, and we've seen Aaron Gordon do like put it under his butt and dunk it and do crazy stuff like that. But I just don't think he really has that in his game. Trey Murphy could be sneaky as well with just how like skinny and scrawny he is, but he is bouncy. He is very bouncy. But just as far as acrobatics and what I've seen with my own eyes, it's between McClung and Martin. Martin is a very sneaky guy, but like I said, I've just seen some stuff that I know McClung could do that he's even posted in his just old videos. If he just recreates some of the dunks that he's already showed to people, there's no way you could just be like, that was the most amazing dunk you've ever seen.
Yeah, well, bro, he said earlier this week that he has 2 dunks planned for this contest that no one has ever seen before.
And then I just give him the crown now, then, because like I've seen some stuff from him where I'm just like I said, if he did this in the dunk contest, or if he's ever even in one, he'd win it. So if he's gonna present us with 2 dunks that we've never seen from him, I'll be baffled, honestly. So
yeah, I think the another underrated aspect of betting the dunk contest is you got to finish your dunks, right? And I think McClung has just proven that he can do that pretty effortlessly. If you look at his Instagram, if you look at his social media content, he's more than capable of delivering on his promise, to whether it's the 2 new dunks or if he does at the last minute go with something he's done in the past. I think he's a good bet at even money at this point. It just looks pretty, right? I mean, you can't have the most sophisticated analysis in the world with the dunk contest, right? It looks pretty. He can complete his dunks. Those are 2 things that are going to give him a shot. The other guys, for me, just a couple of things on my end. Sims, I think you can rule out, right, because of the reasons that we already mentioned. Kenyon Martin Jr. and Trey Murphy, both bouncy, as Jones said. If you look at what types of dunks they've had during the regular season, Kenyon Martin, 109 out of his 122 dunks this year have either been on the move, so like fast breaks, stuff like that, or they've been alley-oop finishes that he's been the recipient of. And then you look at Trey Murphy, 51 of his 62 dunks have been on the move or alley-oop finishes. So I think those three guys, it should for sure be one of them. I would literally be floored if somehow Jericho Sims came out of this with a trophy tonight, especially because we had a New York guy win not too long ago. So I can't see it.
I'd be baffled. I'd be very baffled if I seen Jericho Sims win this tonight. Like, I don't see it, man. It comes down to like attempts and everything. Like, we talked about it with Buddy in the last show. There's people that perfect their craft, and I think McClung knows that.
That's a good point.
Crazy stuff, and he perfects it.
Yeah.
It's just effortless to him, like you said. So I gotta go McClung, man.
It is a good point. Well, we're aligned once again, Jones. Last night in the Rising Stars tournament, we're 2 for 2 on the picks that we were aligned on. I know we're running the same way on the skills challenge and a little bit running the same way in the 3-point contest. So always feels good when you give me your opinion and it matches up with mine, because I know you put the research in, I know you put the work in, and I know you're as sharp as it gets in this industry. So just to recap, guys, it's a dunk contest. If you want to dip out early on All-Star Saturday, nobody's going to blame you. But Mac McClung, even though he's not an NBA superstar, this guy could, like this could be the most exciting participant we've had in the dunk contest in quite some time, if for no other reason than just the fact that we know he's going to complete his dunks. We're not going to have 5 attempts in a row where he can't get it done. We're not going to have a situation where he ends up not even completing a dunk in a round because of an inability to finish. So Jones and I are both on him tonight. If you're betting underdogs, Kenyon Martin Jr., Trey Murphy, go grab them over at FanDuel. Don't bet them at DraftKings. Jericho Sims, if you're on him, just best of luck. But I do not see it happening, is where we're at. Any closing thoughts, Jones, before we get out of here? Anything else for All-Star Saturday in general?
I mean, we say it almost every episode. Just have fun with it, man. Don't dump units. Just enjoy the weekend. It's been, yesterday started out really well. I think it has one of those feelings to be one of the better dunk contests that we've seen, or like not even contests, but just all-star weekends that we've seen in quite some years. So just enjoy it, man. Have fun. You don't have to bet anything. Just watch it and, enjoy a break if you're taking a break. So thank you for having me up as always as well. So
of course. Jones and I are both in a Discord. If anybody's interested, we have a free option. We have a $10 option, and then we have a premium option. That link is in the Discord below. If you're interested in the free stuff, come in, hang out, ask some questions, interact with the community. Make sure you follow Jones on Twitter. I got his social media information in the description below. But other than that, really just appreciate everyone's support. It's out of my comfort zone to jump on YouTube, and my guy Liam Picks Fights was just adamant. Got to get on YouTube, got to get some content out there, and we've had a ton of support these first couple of weeks. Over 100 subscribers, and we've been doing this for like 10 days. So really appreciate the support. Please, if you find the content valuable, share with your friends, like, subscribe, elevate the channel, all of that good stuff. And
one more thing, shout out to Liam. If you guys, this guy is one of the smartest. Just he loves what he does. You can tell he puts the energy into his craft of everything. We have UFC fights tonight. If you're not really, interested in watching, the NBA All-Star event, I do want to say that Liam has put in, countless hours of notes, and he has some pretty good value on some fights tonight. It's not one of the biggest UFC events, but it's also one of those things where there's money to be made, and I think that Liam, he could make some people some money. So if you're into UFC, give Liam a follow. Check him out on our Discord, like Commish said. So.
And he's got a YouTube channel as well.
Yes,
so check him out. He's got a couple official plays that he already posted in our Discord: plus 800, plus 500, plus 310, plus 540. So if you do roll with any of those, it has the potential to be a fun evening. But yeah, great idea shouting out him. Go enjoy the UFC. Go enjoy some basketball. If you're not doing any of those things, just go enjoy some time with some family and do whatever it is that you want to do on a Saturday. But appreciate you, Jones. We'll get out of here. Everyone, best of luck on your action. Again, we did a video with the skills challenge and 3-point contest as well. Go check those out if that's something that interests you. Other than that, we'll be back here every single day and delivering some value. Good luck, everyone. We'll see you.